the Courts and Public Safety Committee of the Muskegon County Board of Commissioners for July 10th, 2012 to order. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Collins?
Excused.
Commissioner Cross?
Here.
Commissioner Garzynski?
Here.
Commissioner Engel?
Here.
Commissioner Jagger?
Here.
Commissioner Longmire?
Present.
Commissioner Mahoney?
Here.
Commissioner Plummer?
Here.
Commissioner Skolnick?
Here.
Commissioner Wilkins?
Here.
Commissioner Snyder?
Here. First item is approval of the minutes of June 5th, 2012.
Second.
Any changes, suggestions, corrections? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye, or yes.
Yes.
Those opposed say no.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I change that vote, please?
Erase that.
Sorry. Motion passes. Next item is public comment on an agenda item. Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to comment on an agenda item?
Are you going to call out people because we handed in paper?
Yes, there doesn't seem to be anything that,
Oh, an agenda item. I'm
yes,
sorry.
on an agenda item.
Thank you.
Those will come at the end. We'll go to items for consideration, CPS 12/07-28 from the 60th District Court, authorized staff.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Stevens. Engel and, okay. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes. CBS 12/07-29 from the Circuit Court to approve the salary range of NX 00432 for Circuit Court Administrative / Director of the Friend of the
So
Court.
moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Are there any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes. Next item is CPS 12/07-30, also from the Circuit Court.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. The motion passes. Next item is CPS 12/07-31 from the Family Court Prosecutor's Office.
So moved.
Second.
Are there any questions? I'm looking, is that the one with the, there is a change in the actual motion in the amount? I'm not going to get there fast enough. The amount should be $2,308,000 as opposed to $307,000 for 2013. So if we could have the motion passed, that would include 2,308 as opposed to the signified amount of 2,000 for 2013 of 2,307,000.
You need a motion to correct, with the
Well, let's
correction.
do that.
I'll make a motion with the correction that the chair of the board.
A second. Okay. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes. Next item is CPS 12/07-32 from the Juvenile Transition Center to approve the renewal of the food service contract.
So, second.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes. Next item is CPS 12/07-33 from the Prosecutor's Office to authorize the
Second.
Are there any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Motion passes. Next item is CPS 12/07-34 from the Sheriff's Office Community Corrections to approve the Community Corrections Plan and application for 2013.
So moved.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Motion passes. Next item is also from the Sheriff's Office at CPS 12/07-35 to award the bid for cognitive behavioral services.
So moved.
Second.
Are there any comments, corrections? Seeing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes. Next item is CPS 12/07-36, also from the sheriff, to authorize the purchase of.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Alan?
Yeah. Why is there no bids on this?
What are we talking?
I think they're working on the order.
It's the
Storage.
server
Storage.
storage.
Yeah.
He's not here
It
today.
is, yeah. Dean Rosser, County Sheriff, with this is actually going to be part of the IT upgrade that's in progress. And with the rollout of our video system for our cruisers, the in-car cameras, and the storage space that we're hoping to have for that, as well as all the storage space we need for the jail video system, basically all the videos, stuff that we have to store operationally from the sheriff's office. I had a discussion with the finance director, Eve Kaplan, and he came up with X number of bytes or some amount in a cloud that he felt we would need, and he felt that we should just add that into the ongoing IT upgrade. So I can only assume that that's why it didn't go out for bids, because the upgrade is already in process.
Okay, so it's really just getting our hard drive.
Yeah, it's getting an X amount dedicated for sheriff's operations.
That's it. It's similar to a change order to a project, because it's in addition to what we thought we would need. We needed more than what we thought when we went in for that.
Anything further?
I guess it kind of answers my question. I'm just curious, when you went with the old camera, did anybody have an idea we were going to need?
We did, and then after some discussion, and I'm gonna be very honest with you, this is not my strength, this IT stuff. But after some discussion with Mr. Kaplan and the way the whole infrastructure upgrade is happening countywide, he showed me why we have to have this section or this amount set aside in the cloud, so to speak. And I'm trusting his.
So does that holds it back for years that you can go back and get video?
It sounded like indefinitely, from what
Okay,
he's
that's-
suggesting.
I figured, but I just wanted that. Thank you.
Alan?
Yeah, I guess that was my question. Let's say you added beds to build a new jail, which would be more cameras. This will be adequate to handle.
That's what, yep.
Yes, that's correct.
And that was one of the, I'm glad you
That
brought that
was
up.
one of the
That
reasons
was one of the points
why.
he made, was looking
Yeah.
into the future. That's why he's suggesting we do it.
And we can get you more information prior to the board meeting,
Yeah.
to the full board meeting, before you vote on this again. We'll have Heath get you more information on this, to all the commissioners.
Anything further? You've heard the motion. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes. Is there any old business? Mr. Tarazinski?
If I could, Sharon, I don't know if I'm addressing this to corporate counsel or Bonnie or Nancy, but we had that presentation by the public defenders. And there's been an issue that has hung out in the sidelines for years. I'm somewhat familiar with it. And I'm just wondering if we could, as board, be updated just where that issue is. in the way we used to do. Now we're doing public defenders. Nancy, you familiar with what I'm talking about? Nothing elaborate, not a lot of research, but I don't know how many members here are even aware that exists. And I don't expect an explanation today, but I think we all ought to know about it.
Nancy Hunter, District Court Administrator. Commissioner, yes, I do know what you're talking about. There was some, this was going back before I came here several years. And there was a civil suit filed in one of the courts, I believe a federal court or something, regarding the quality of service rendered by public defenders to defendants. I don't know what the current status is right now. I know it is still out there, but I know this is a hot topic in Lansing, that there is some discussion with the legislators on possibly, they know it's a state problem, and they're looking at if the state was to take it and do a PD umbrella for the whole state, and how would it be structured. And also, Ms. Harrisley has done the committee to look at the PDs in Muskegon County. So we can get you that information.
Is it a waste of your time, or is it going to go away? I don't ever want to waste staff's time.
The, all of the commissioners late last week should have received the report from the state that the governor appointed Indigent Council Committee. There was a report that was released.
And that's why I'm bringing this up.
And we also have a committee, internal committee, that's meeting on a monthly basis for looking at the model that Muskegon County currently has and exploring other models of public defender service. And the 2013 budget will include some changes to that model, and the goal is to look at it more closely through 2013 and possibly having a enhanced service by the 2014 budget, in working with the public defenders and the court administrators and the sheriff and the prosecutor's office as the criminal justice system as a whole.
And that'll make that little issue go away or not?
I believe at some point, yes, I think that is the goal here, and with the state.
And when I read that, that was top of my mind, because when I was chair, that seemed to be a big issue, and it just poof. But
Yeah, that's our goal.
okay, thank you very much.
Yes, I would like to ask Bonnie, what kind of results are they looking for from the study? Conviction rate or incarceration rate or time? Do you know what they'll be looking for in the study that's ideal?
The recommendations that came out was to look, there was a long list of recommendations, and the system to some extent is needs improvement everywhere. It's not a good system, but just looking at there isn't the money. They've indicated that they haven't identified money to improve it statewide, but they're hoping that counties will look more closely at their systems and see what improvements they can make. And so the improvements would be to provide a better public service to the people that need that service. And that's what, as a group, what the committee has done, we've identified just off the bat really low-hanging fruit of things that we can do to help improve the service. But I think there's more longer range look that we have to do over the next year in 2013, and how we improve it and make it a sustainable system.
Mr. Plummer?
I hope that they're going to look at how they provide for compensation for the jurors and witnesses too. I mean, you can do all you want for the public defenders, but if you got unhappy jurors and stuff sitting up there that are losing money every time they show up, I don't think they're getting a fair trial that way either. So.
That isn't part of this. That's part of the criminal justice system.
If my memory was right, Nancy, there's about a third, if not more, of the counties that are in the same situation.
It's probably more than that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Not that we're unique in any way, but
No.
it's out there. Thank you.
Anything else? Any other old business? Any new business? I think we all had notice of a farm tour. Is there a time limitation on signing up for that? It's later.
My desk at home, but I know.
Okay, well,
We'll send that out, we'll get that out
I
there.
don't know what farm.
well, it's an agricultural tour, let me put it that way. Swanson Pickles and Den Dog and yeah.
Is it similar to the one that you had?
Yeah, it's similar to the one we did a couple of years ago. And I think there's probably a new, well, many of them, you can send it out.
We'll get that
right?
information out.
Okay.
Farm Bureau or something. I think that's right now.
Anything else in the way of new business?
Okay.
This is the time for public comment on a new topic, and several people have indicated that they wish to speak. I will take them in reverse order. This is from David Nye wants to speak on the scheduling of the DPW special meeting to discuss oil and gas leasing.
Hello, yes. My name is David Nye. I'm 1495 Westwood Circle, Northern Shores. I'm a member of Occupy Muskegon, and I would like to voice our displeasure at the manner in which this meeting was scheduled, and really an issue of transparency in government more generally that we've been seeing. This is simply one example. At various occasions, we've heard that this meeting, which was announced at the previous meeting of this board, was to be held first on the 12th, then on the 10th, then on the 19th, and now again, as of yesterday in the morning, we confirmed that by phone today, is once again to be held in this room at 3:30 p.m. on this Thursday, the 12th. This meeting is to be discussing oil and gas leases in the county. This is, as you know, a very sensitive environmental issue. It should invite wide public observation and participation. You may also know that the City of Muskegon is holding a meeting on another very sensitive environmental issue having to do with the disposition of the Sappy site, the former Sappy site, at the same time on the same day. So we would, number one, appreciate a greater attention to transparency and proactive scheduling so that we can make plans to attend these meetings. And number two, a little attention perhaps to the less obfuscation in this process. It's come across as quite Byzantine. What should be really transparent and straightforward. It's quite simple to announce the date of a meeting a reasonable time in advance. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can I make a brief statement? The purpose of that meeting is to determine whether or not it is something that the county should look at in the future. It is set because, as you all know, it's very difficult to get to all the meetings that we have at this time, and that is a time that we have a member of the Department of Natural Resources that will be able to give us some background issues. It was changed several times because of conflicts with people on the board. So it's not as easy to set as just pick a date. Pick a date that works for everybody who needs to be there.
Thank you. Anything else? Okay. The next person who wanted to address us is Roger Nye on the question of the issue to be discussed. It says new jail.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Roger Nye. I live at 1495 Westwood Circle, Norton Shores. With regards to the new jail, this is a rare chance we have to look at our whole criminal justice system and get the candidates for judge, prosecutor, and so on to state what they think is needed in the criminal justice system here in Muskegon County. With regards to the jail itself, we are very much hoping that, since a number of people we've talked to who will be increasingly active in this matter, we hope that the improvements, whatever form they take, will be aimed more at quality than at quantity. We're not sure we need a whole lot more beds. We're distressed to hear about people talking about jail beds as a source of revenue for the county. That's not what a jail is for, really. And we're hoping that the inmates will have places to meet with their family, their counsel, and just better overall conditions. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next person who wishes to speak is Dan Mills on the issue to be discussed, is noted expanded jail.
Hi, thanks for the time. Yeah, my name is Dan Mills, 1817 Mills Avenue in North Muskegon. Anyway, I just put a video online here. I attended, I think it was May 17th. It was the first meeting of the Citizens Review Committee having to do with the new jail, the plan for the new and expanding jail. Anyway, after looking that video over again, by the way, which is available to everyone, I have a question, and I also have concern I'd like to voice. Thanks. In this video, Administrator, I'm trying to blank out your name, Hammersley, anyway, mentioned several times that this jail is seen as a revenue source, and that the market, I'm using market, you know, but the revenue would be coming from partnerships with state, which means we're bringing in prisoners from around the state and surrounding communities, which is what I suspected, you know, and she confirmed that very clearly, that this is seen as a revenue source, increased revenue for the county. Also, she made it very clear that even if the jail weren't any larger, but a new facility would be a savings to the county. But then she did stop and look over her shoulder and said that she didn't want to be quoted on that. And she announced that there was no press available, and so that she was able freely to make that statement without being quoted, but it is online. I echo Roger's concern that that's not why we build jails, is to make money. But now, my question is, where would the money go? Who's going to be profiting from this thing? My concern is this here. I see this as, let's say, imagine now that I have a neighbor who owns a home, and let's say that the home is not being maintained, and the situation, the conditions on this video clearly show that that jail is in dire need of attention. So it's poorly maintained, actually against the law, according to what the people on that committee were saying. Substandard conditions for the inmates, poorly maintained, no ventilation, not adequate. So let's say that we have a house that needs paint, roof leaks, let's say maybe needs, you know, all the things that a house needs, and so it's not being maintained properly. Let's say that it's a rental home, and let's say that maybe there's too many people in there, so we're violating the law, and that the standards are against the law and they're substandard. Now, would we conclude that what the solution would be to give this person, this landlord, a new house, a bigger house to manage? And so that brings up another question. If we do have this new facility, greater expansion, you know, and stuff like that, how in the world can we maintain a larger jail when we can't maintain the one we have now? Thank you.
Anyone else have any business that they would like to address on a new topic? Seeing none. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say yes?
Yes.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes. We are adjourned.